أنا على الصوت.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. السلام عليكم my beloved ones ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, we are going to take today lesson 22 of Manasik al-Hajj, and through Manasik al-Hajj we learn quite a lot of other things, other rulings as well. So let's see, what do we have today? Yes, so we stopped on ruling number 54, and there was a kind of confusion about this ruling, and maybe I mixed up a bit, and it was not clear because the time was crunching on me. So let me just go quickly through ruling number 54 and make sure that everything is clear. يجوز للباذل الرجوع يجوز للباذل الرجوع عن بذله قبل الدخول في الإحرام وبعد. The provider can back off from his offer either before entering the state of Ihram or after entering the state of Ihram. Okay, that means after entering the state of Ihram, that means any stage of the Manasik al-Hajj, be it in Makkah, be it in Mina, be it in Muzdalifah, be it in Safa and Marwa, all these stages, they are considered after. Okay, so this is the title, before or after. So now we talk about after. Lakin, however, so before, yes, give him his money back. Okay, everything back. But no, what about after? So let's divide these stages. Before entering the state of Ihram, that has two stages. You're in hometown, or you're on your way to Jeddah or Mecca. Okay, so you can't like go back. You have to arrive in Jeddah, then you can come back in the next flight. So that's the two scenario. And the scenario of after entering the state of Ihram is either you are just in the beginning, you are able to convert it to Umrah and finish it off and not to do Hajj if it's going to be costly or not. So in this case, he starts with after. لكن إذا رجع بعد الدخول في الإحرام, if after entering the state of Ihram, the provider backed off from his offer, he said, no, give me my money back. وجب على المبذول له إتمام الحج إن لم يكن في ذلك حرج عليه. So the one who was provided, he has to complete his Hajj if it is not going to cause difficulty and hardship. Because anyways, the istata'ah has been taken away. It has been deactivated. So if I can continue without any difficulty and hardship, he doesn't have money. Or let's say if some money, he can go shorter instead of going 5-star hotel, or they can go to the 1-star hotel or whatever star hotel, or he can manage, okay, then it will become obligatory upon that person to complete the Hajj. Okay, because he is stuck now in the Ihram. And because he's not mustati', so he can back off also if it was difficult for him to continue without any financial support. So he has to complete as long as there is no issue of difficulty and hardship. وَعَلَى الْبَاذِلِ, so now if he completes, because if he has to complete, he's in the state of Ihram. So, and let's say here's the point. Let's say he's able to complete his Hajj and Umrah, okay, complete his Umrah and come back. So changes Umrah, Ihram of Umrah al-Tamattu', he's able to complete Umrah and make it Umrah Mufrad and come back, because he doesn't have istata'. As he said, he's not mustati'. So whatever he completes, let's say he was in the Ihram of Hajj, then he has to complete the Hajj. So whatever, if he chooses to complete and then come back, the whatever expenses is spent in his completing and coming back, it is going to be the responsibility of the person who provided. Okay. ما صرفه للإتمام والعود. So now the scenario which I said it will be qard. Let's say he was able to do the umrah and go back, or let's say he was able to do the minimum amount of hajj. Okay, because he says give me back, so whatever minimum amount is required, he will do the hajj and come back, and the one who got him stuck in this situation is responsible, the provider. But let's say he chooses to do the maximum, like he can do it in 3 days. He doesn't have to go in Medina. Let's say he wants to stay more in Makkah, but then you're supposed to do your wajib only and finish it off. You stayed extra. You want to do some extra umrahs after Hajj. You want to go Medina. That was provided to you before. But now limit yourself to the wajib only and finish and go back, because that's what he's going to be responsible for. If you use extra and you stay there as it was planned before to go to Medina as well was included in it, then that you will have to pay from your pocket. If you don't have from your pocket, if you paid, then you'll be responsible for, it will be debt on your shoulder, because you had an option to go back after the Hajj or after you did the wajib, but you did not, you stayed more. So that will be on your shoulder, whatever extra things you do in the Hajj, because he told you, just give me my money back and come back. He's going to take responsibility of completing the Hajj because he kept you stuck in that situation. But whatever you do extra stuff, okay, more than normal, then you are going to do it from your own pocket. So this was when I said it will be debt on a person's shoulder. If he completes, that means he completes not only the wajibat. He stays there, and because it's mustahab to stay a few days more in Makkah and then go to Medina. He did that, and he was not supposed to do that. That the provider will not be responsible, because all these kind of things are not in the minimum part of the Hajj, in the basic part of the Hajj. So that's why here we said that yes. What about during the while in the flight? He says go back, wajabat alayhi nafaqatul aud. That means only he takes care of the return flight. So what if he goes and performs the Hajj? This Hajj will be on your shoulder, because you were able to come back on the next day flight, or the same day flight, or whatever flight, the earliest flight you could, you were able to do, but you did not. You chose to continue do the Hajj. You said, since I'm here, let me take loan from somebody. Let me then that money, if you use, you'll be usurper. Okay, you have to give that money back. Or if you use, okay, tell him that I'm going to use it, I'm going to give this money back to you. Or if he said no, send it to me directly, try to arrange some other money if you want to continue. But you are not, because your istita'a has been revoked, you become deactivated, so there's no istita'a, so you can come back from Jeddah airport, because you have not entered the state of ihram. I hope this is clear. If not, please feel free to ask. It got mixed up. When should a person, if the guy is going to pay for his Hajj and everything, so when should he, when is it he's going to do it by himself or pay if he has used it? Let's say in the last scenario, while returning, I mean, while he was in the plane, but he had already given the cost of the Hajj, accommodation, and it was non-refundable, everything, you see. In this case, he has to try to get the things back. So, or he says, no, let me do the Hajj and then I will pay this money to that person. So in this case, if you are able to take the money back, if you're able to get the refund, then you have to get the refund. If you choose not to, then you will have to pay that guy whatever you paid, which you were able to get the refund back. So let's take ruling number 55. إذا أعطي من الزكاة من سهم من سهم سبيل الله. So what is sabilillah? Many times we talk sabilillah. People, they say, oh, this is like sabil of water, which is for Imam Hussein. They put it in Mawqib or something like that. No. So what is this sabil? I'm going to just mention the ayat which mentions the ayat of zakat. Okay. Let me share you the screen so that you know what we are talking about. So this is the ayat of zakat. Now here also, it's a fascinating observation. Many people who are unqualified, okay, have not studied Hausa, they say you Shias are not paying zakat. Why? Because there's so many ayat about zakat. No, who said, first of all, you pay zakat al-fitr? If you have agricultural products like date and raisin and barley, obviously, but if you don't have the farm, there's no zakat. Zakat is on certain qualified things. The people, they say they have goats and sheep and cows. If they reach certain amount, they have to pay zakat. Now, and or gold and silver coins which are used in exchange in market. So now here's the thing. Surprisingly, the zakat which we say zakat in Quran has not been used with the word of zakat. Zakat in the Quran means every financial a financial charity, big obligation or recommendation, everything. Sadqa, which we call sadqa in Quran, is zakat. So Shias pay sadqa. Don't say that Shias don't pay. So Shias pay zakat. Shias pay khums. Khums is a type of zakat. Financial obligations, financial recommendations, kafarat, that's also zakat. Anything you pay due to the Islamic obligation, then that is considered zakat, a general meaning. Zakat means general financial obligations. Those people who are unaware about this, they need to equip themselves. Okay. So what is then the zakat which we call zakat? What is defined in Quran, that word? The word which defines zakat, which we say zakat, which we are accused of falsely of not paying, that zakat is called in Quran sadaqat. 2 ayat in the Quran, they mention that specific zakat which we call zakat, but Quran has not used the word zakat for it. Quran has used what? Sadaqat. Innama sadaqat. Verily that zakat, the poor rate, the 2.5% for some things, who's the deserving recipient for it? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in 960, Surah 9, verse 60, sadaqat. Did Allah says innama zakat? No. Allah said innama sadaqat. What does that mean? That means that zakat, which we call zakat, there are 8 deserving recipients for it. What are those 8 deserving recipients? Lil fuqara, faqir, poor person. Wal masakin, the desperate person. Okay, so we have poor and we have desperate. What is the difference? Poor, it is mentioned that the one who doesn't have sustenance for the entire year. Some of the days he has the provision, some of the days he doesn't have. Miskin is worse condition. Miskin doesn't have daily provision. Daily he needs somebody to support. Faqir, someday yes, someday no. Faqir might have a car if he needs it, but he needs for his business or work, but the work is not enough. He has a job, the job is not enough. So still that will be called faqir, because there are days they don't have food to put on the table. Somebody says, oh, he has a car. Yeah, but the guy needs his car to drive taxi and to bring food. So that's his mean, but it's that taxi he drives is not enough, the earning from the taxi. So that's poor. So poor, some days yes, some days not. Miskin, no. The guy is worse than the faqir in his condition. So two, count with me. Then وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا, the institution of zakat. You need accountant, you need the collector, you need the distributor, you need the auditor, you need all these. You need to pay them salaries. So it is paid from zakat. وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ, in those days, the disbelievers, poor disbelievers, if you give them zakat, you will break the barriers. Islam is all about breaking the walls and building bridges. Nowadays, unfortunately, Muslims among themselves, they build walls. Shias and Sunnis build walls and break the bridges. Extreme from both sides, unfortunately. Baba, Islam is about building bridges. Build bridge with your Sunni fellows. Build bridge with your Shia fellows. Try to learn about them. Why are you building walls and creating problems? Accusing falsely, because these bridges will let everybody know that, oh, we thought you were like that. Yeah, but now it's clear. So for clarification of misconceptions, be it between Muslim amongst themselves or between Muslim and non-Muslim, building bridges are required, not building walls. Building walls is Trump's policy. Anyhow, so therefore, they would give those poor people to let them come close to Islam and understand Islam, not force them, become Muslim, otherwise I will not give you. That's missionary. Islam is not like that. Islam doesn't say, if you will not believe in Islam, I'll not give you. No. Some people, they might have abused it, but Islam is not like that. Mu'allafati qulub means you choose to stay kafir, you choose to embrace Islam. We just want you to come and learn something and see what do we say. So you are building bridge. And even if he stays disbeliever, Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam was giving disbelievers also in his society. He never ever told them, if you don't become believer, I'll stop giving you. No, he continued. That's Islam. Islam wants you to learn about Islam, not forcefully come under Islam. La ikraha fid din. There is no compulsion in religion. So here, وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ, those whom you need to attract their hearts. Okay, instead of animosity, you need to change that animosity towards the harmony. So that's why many times, many of these poor people on the street, you see, let them feel that you are a Muslim and you are giving him. Let's show them Islam thinks about other people. Let your daughter wearing hijab give this thing to them, money to them, but not the ones who are drug and have bottles of alcohol and all those kind of things. No, real desperate ones, they are on the street sometimes, homeless people, they really need money, and they are not going to use it for drugs and alcohol. If you doubt, that's fine, you can give them. But if you know for sure this guy is going to take your money and buy alcohol or beer, then don't give him. But when you give as a Muslim, let him feel, okay, that you're not like when you give him, say, Allahu Akbar, the guy you'll scare the hell out of him. Oh, he's going to explode himself on me. You see? So no, you give him something like, let him feel that a Muslim guy is giving him something. Show him the passion of Islam, rahmat of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you but as a mercy to the whole world. So let them feel, let this negative thing go away. That's the mu'allafati qulubuhum. You want to attract their hearts towards Islam, not by force, by bringing them close and letting them hear something about Islam. Wafir riqab, freeing slaves. So Islam abolished slavery by using zakat money to buy slaves and free them. Wal gharimin, those who are under debt. So I hope you're counting with me. We said 8. So faqir, miskin, 2, amilin alayha, institution, 3, attracting the hearts of the non-Muslims, 4, freeing slaves, 5, wal gharimin, 6, the one who are under debt and they can't afford paying the debt, and the creditor is asking for the money, give me the money, give me my money back. Otherwise, I'll sue you, I'll take you to prison, this and that, whatever. This guy can't afford, so help him out. And wafi sabilillah. Sabilillah, whatever has benefit for the society. Building schools, building masajid, building hospitals, building bridges, like literal bridges, okay? Infrastructure of Muslim community. It's like a tax. Wabn Sabil. Ibn Sabil is the guy who traveled somewhere and his money was stolen. He cannot come back to his hometown. So you give him from zakat. So these are 8. Faridatan min Allah. Okay, this sadaqah is wajib sadaqah from Allah. So that is the zakat which we call zakat. This Quran is called sadaqat. Remember, just to echo this, when Zainab alayhi salatu wasalam, she was, the Kufians, they were giving dates, because date is like sadaqah. So she or Kulthum, or they are both same, or whatever inclinations you have, historical inclination, they both are separate, or they both, because whenever Kulthum speaks, Zainab doesn't speak. Whenever Zainab speaks, Kulthum, Salamullahi alayhima. So are they same people, two ladies, or they are separate? Salamullahi alayhima. Regardless, so the dates were taken from the children, and they said, people of Kufa, you don't know, sadaqah is haram upon us. Which sadaqah? This one, zakat. Otherwise, that sadaqah, normal sadaqah which we give, that's not haram on the Sayyid. You can give it to them. Okay? You can give normal sadaqah to Sayyid. This zakat is, zakat of non-Sayyid is haram on Sayyid. Like zakat al-fitrah. Zakat al-fitrah of non-Sayyid, you cannot give it to Sayyid. The same thing here. It's same, zakat, which we call zakat. It is in Quran called sadaqah. So therefore, you see that this sadaqah is wajib, which is zakat, which we in our understanding, the zakat on those 3 items, 4 agricultural products, 4 cattle, and 2 minted coins. Okay. So what is this sabilillah? We said for the infrastructure, for something which is benefit of the Muslim community. Okay. So now let's come back to our ruling. Remember, this is the thing which brought me here. Let's go back to our page before the time runs. Okay. So now, إذا أعطي من الزكاة من سهم what? سبيل الله. And then after that, there is سهم الفقراء. So we are discussing 2 shares of zakat. Share of infrastructure for the sake of Allah, masjid, hospital, those kind of things, benefit for the Muslim community and those who are living in harmony with Muslim community. And then sahm al-fuqara, share of the faqir. So let's see, what is the ruling of fi sabilillah, sahm of sabilillah. إذا أعطي من الزكاة من سهم سبيل الله على أن يصرفها في الحج. He was given the share of sabilillah for Hajj. Can somebody give this to private people, sabilillah fund? As long as there is maslaha. For example, he was a doctor, and many times nowadays they take doctors in the Hajj, they take doctors in the ziyarat, so the clinic. So what happened? The doctors, they say, let's 50-50. I will pay 50% of the expenses. You pay 50% of the what? Of the expenses, because I'm going to work in your clinic then. Okay, perfect. So now this doctor, you can give him from fi sabilillah. Why? Because he's going to work in the clinic and he's going to give general benefit to the HAJJ or even to non-HAJJ. Because I've seen with my eyes our Mu'mineen community, the doctor communities, they go in Karbala and they have these camps, medical camps. In the Mawqif they have, in Karbala they help out the people, general people, Zuwar, no Zuwar, anybody. In those days, they help them out free. So, and some of them, they can afford going there. Some of them, they need some money to boost up, either for accommodation, either for ticket. They say we part. So we gave them from this funds of fi sabilillah. Okay. إذا yeah على أن يصرفها في الحج وكان في ذلك مصلحة عامة. And by paying him from fi sabilillah, there was a general benefit, because you can't give private people from from fi sabilillah share. You see? So therefore, وكان في ذلك مصلحة عامة. There was a general benefit. Only that? No, the condition it, because general benefits, you see, it's infrastructure. It is area of religious authority. So religious authority gave permission. وأذن فيه وأذن فيه الحاكم الشرعي. The religious authority gave permission on the basis of obligatory precaution, because the zakat share fi sabilillah, since it's a wila'i authoritative fund for the infrastructure, so there needs to be some kind of authority. Some maraja, they say no, the just Muslims, they can decide to use this fund on the infrastructure. Some maraja, they say no, it's a wila'i, a religious authority, a marja, or the leader of the Muslims, he has to decide, approve or disapprove, because it's a religious fund and it will be used for infrastructure. They need to study, is there benefit for the mu'mineen to use the fund of fi sabilillah in it or not? Say this Sistani has hesitation. He can't put it with the under the authority, and he can't put it under the general public. So he says, on the basis of obligatory precaution, take the permission of religious authority, okay, which is the supreme marja, or the marja who has the control over the authority of the Muslim community, okay. Wajib alayhi al-hajj. Then that doctor, the hajj will become wajib on him, because he said, let's say he did not have any income for hajj, not partially. He said, and the community needed doctor. For example, from poor country, the doctors, they barely earn whatever they could be for their monthly income. So the community, let's say from Pakistan, they want to go for hajj, and they need a doctor with them. There are like 200 people, okay. They need a doctor. So this doctor cannot afford hajj. So they said, okay, we will take care of your expenses because we need a doctor. Maslaha lil Muslimin, maslaha amma. There's a general benefit. Then hajj will become wajib. So this is what? The share of sabilillah. Now let's take the other share. وَإِنْ أُعْطِيَ مِنْ سَهْمِ السَّادَةِ. And if he was given from the share of the Sayyid, from the khums. Okay, he was poor Sayyid, and he needs. So he was given. أو من الزكاة سهم الفقراء. He was not a Sayyid. He was given the zakat, share of the poor or miskin. Okay, here, why would you give a Sayyid money, or a poor Sayyid Sahm Sada, or poor non-Sayyid zakat money? Why would you give them? Because they are faqir. They don't have sufficient. So that means that you are going to use that fund for the hajj, and they're more prior to use it in their livelihood. So here Sayyid Sistani Damadullah says, if somebody gave Sayyid Sahm Sada, take this, go for hajj. This is for hajj only. Or gave them a share of zakat, share of poor from the zakat, share of poor from the Sayyid for the Sayyid, share of poor from the zakat for non-Sayyid. And said, this is conditional, you have to go for hajj. They said condition is wrong. So, وَإِنْ أُعْطِيَ مِنْ سَهْمِ السَّادَةِ أَوْ مِنَ الزَّكَاةِ مِنْ سَهْمِ الْفُقَرَاءِ. In both cases, you don't give somebody who's rich. You are giving somebody who needs money for his basic needs. وَاشْتَرَطَ عَلَيْهِ يَصْرِفَهُ فِي سَبِيلِ الْحَجِّ. And then he says, I'm giving you on a condition that you go for hajj. Okay, لَمْ يَصُحَّ الشَّرْطِ. وَلَا تَحْصُلْ بِهِ الْإِسْتِطَاعَ الْبَدَلِيَّةِ. The condition is invalid. Who are you to decide? This is not your money to start with. Sahm al-Imam or Sahm al-Sada, you take it out from your wealth. From $100, you take out $20 because these $20 are not yours to start with. It is the 12th Imam Ajjalallahu Ta'ala. It is for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. It is for the poor Sayyid. So you are telling somebody whose money is this, and you are making condition on him. You make condition on your money, not money which is not yours. Or zakat. When you take out zakat, that is not yours. That is the poor person's share. So you are making a condition on someone whose money is this. You can't. The condition is invalid. And then you can't give him $10,000 where he needs only $500. Okay. So that's another problem. So that condition is going to waste a lot of money. There are other poors, and you are sending one guy for Hajj, and there are poor, they need this $10,000. You can give this and this and this. You can give 10 poor, 20 poor people. So that is why the condition is invalid, because it's not your money to start with. The second, it is given to the needy people, with the Sayyid or non-Sayyid, and you are wasting it on only one Sayyid. وَاشْتَرَطَ عَلَيْهِ أَنْ يَصْرِفَهُ فِي سَبِيلِ الْحَجِّ. And he made a condition upon him that he should spend this in Hajj. لَمْ يَصُحْ الشَّرْطِ. This shart condition will not be correct, not be valid. وَلَا تَحْصَلْ بِهِ الْإِسْتِطَاعَ الْبَدَلِيَّةِ. If he gives you, try to give it to some other poor, okay? Because you are not, it does not make you able for Hajj, because you can only take from this 10,000 what you need, be it you are a Sayyid or be it you are a non-Sayyid. You take zakat or you take Sahm al-Sada from Khums, you only take your need, and this 10,000 is more than your need. So you do not deserve to keep it with you. Give it to other poor, share it to other needy ones, and therefore you are not considered mustati'. We'll take this ruling and finish here. إذا بدل له مال فحج به ثم انكشف أنه كان مغصوبا. Okay, if someone gave you money, okay, after you completed your Hajj, فحج به ثم انكشف, after you completed Hajj, it appeared that it was usurped money. لم يجزه عن حجة الإسلام. Your wajib Hajj is not being taken away from your responsibility. Hajjat al-Islam, first Hajj, obligatory Hajj. So it would not be sufficient. The Hajj you did, it will not be sufficient for Hajjat al-Islam, for first obligatory Hajj, which is once in a lifetime, it's obligatory. Okay, so what should I do? Walil Malik, the owner of the money which was taken away from him and given to do the Hajj. This is like a Robin Hood policy. You took somebody's money and you gave it to the Hajj. No, I stole. But I was doing irfani stuff, hyperbolic irfani. I was sending somebody Hajj. That's not irfani, it's kharfani. You can't steal somebody. There's a guy, he was a mathematician, it seems like. He was like known in the time of Imam Sadiq to the most noble one and most good one. He was like that Robin Hood guy. So what would he do? Imam Sadiq says, show me. Where is this? I'd love to meet these kind of noble ones. It's good. So they told him there he is. So Imam saw him. What he did, he stole pieces of bread, and then he went there. Okay, and and Imam is following him, and he's giving poor people. So I said, hey, what's this? What are you doing? He says, why? You stole and you're giving in charity? He said, yes. I stole bread. I committed one sin, because the hadith and the ayat says that if you steal, if you do a sin, you get one sin. But if you do good deed, you get 10 rewards. So I have one sin and I have 10 rewards. 1 minus 10, I still have 9 rewards. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam was surprised by this kind of mentality. You are committing sin to do recommended act? That never happens. It's a contradiction. You're displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is not obligatory upon you, but it is prohibited on you to steal somebody's wealth. So this is the kind, like he took somebody's money. Okay, you have a friend, mashallah, he loves you so much, and you said, I want to go Hajj and I don't have istata', and then don't worry, I'll get it to him. He robs the bank. I mean, he robs somebody, and see, this is, I told you, I promised you I'll give you Hajj money. He goes for Hajj, and after Hajj, he became aware that the money was stolen. ثم انكشف أنه كان مغصوبا لم يجزه عن حجة الإسلام. Now, how can we bring the money back? وللمالك أن يرجع إلى الباذل أو إلى المبذول له. The owner of the wealth, where will he? He will come to the usurper, give me my money back. Or he'll come to the HAJJ, freshly done Hajj, give me my money back. You can't say, no, it was not my money. He will prove to you, this was my money. This was my Rolex watch we stole and gave it to you, sold it and went for Hajj, for example. So it was my money. Oh my goodness, sorry. So I don't have it. Well, I don't care. I want my money back. So the usurper, the owner can demand the usurper or demand the HAJJ who used the usurped money. So if the HAJJ gives him money back, he will go to the usurper and he will demand the usurper, give me my money. You stole somebody's money. I need my money. I gave it to that person. Why did you give him? You shouldn't have given him. Well, you usurped him. So he can come to me, he can come to you. You did not give him. I gave him. Now you give me my money because it was supposed to be paid by yourself. So لكنه إذا رجع إلى المبذول له. So if he goes to the HAJJ who was provided, كان له الرجوع إلى الباذل. He can go, he can demand it from the provider, the usurper. إن كان جاهلا بالحال. If the HAJJ was unaware about the usurp. However, if he was aware, he knew that he stole from somebody, then you cannot go to the usurper. Then you have to eat it. Okay. So this is something which we will stop with. So therefore, if you were unaware about money being usurped, kiss your Hajj goodbye, but you have to demand the usurper to give your money back. If you are aware about the money was usurped, kiss your Hajj goodbye, but kiss your money also goodbye. Both kiss them goodbye. Yes, so that will be all for today. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله